Many times when we're doing true crimes, we talk about events that happened years ago, but sometimes we can find something that has happened currently, and occasionally we have to give updates. This is one such story. Hello, my name is Sean, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you are a returner, welcome back. I normally try to talk about true crimes. Sometimes I give my own personal opinions, but I try to stick with the facts. There are a few other things that I will talk about too, but mainly it's going to be true crimes. Sometimes myths, sometimes mysteries, but a lot of times murder. So, this is a story that I reported on a few months ago, and it is coming to fruition. So, I thought I would update everyone on it that might want to know about it. I'll give a brief history too. So like I said, a few months ago, I did a true crime where then, at that moment, 41-year-old Jessica Burgess and her 17-year-old daughter Celeste, they were both being charged with allegedly aborting, burning, and burying the fetus of Celeste. Jessica had bought pills off the internet that would force the body to abort a fetus. She used the pills, and this was long after the 10 weeks permitted by Nebraska and permitted by the Food and Drug Administration. This happened in Norfolk, Nebraska. Court records showed that she was almost 30 weeks pregnant, well past the 24 weeks generally accepted as a viable time for a fetus to be able to live outside of the womb. So technically, if she would have had the child, it would more than likely lived. And they weren't happy about the pregnancy. So, they aborted it themselves. So the police found out about it and found messages between mother and daughter on Facebook, and that's initially what how they got caught. They were talking about getting the medicine and then what they would do with the evidence. I believe Celeste said, "Let's burn the evidence so no one will know anything." But they were arrested and went to trial. On July 7th, 2023, Jessica pleaded guilty to providing pills for an illegal abortion and to help her daughter burn and bury the fetus. So that's what she agreed to plead guilty to. In the plea agreement, she admitted to those, but then the concealment of a death of another person and abortion done by someone other than a licensed doctor were dropped from her charges. Sentencing for Jessica will be in September. Now, on July 20th, 2023, just a couple days ago, Celeste, who is now 18, was sentenced. Her punishment was 90 days in jail and 2 years of probation for burning and burying a fetus that she aborted. They dropped the false reporting and concealing a death of another person. And this is one of those difficult crimes. I mean, anything that involves murder or any crime can be difficult, I guess, to talk about. But this is one because it is a hot topic right now. Abortion is a hot topic, especially like in states like Nebraska and other red states. people have to interject on whether it's right, whether it's wrong. As a male, I don't feel that it's my right or responsibility to tell any woman what they can or cannot do with their body. I don't feel like it's right for me to tell any man what they can or cannot do with their body. And by God, if somebody tried to tell me what to do with my body, I would tell them to go to hell. And that's what I feel like it comes down to, is women losing their free choice. Now, I know a lot of times with abortions, people want to do it before that 24-week period. Some out there will believe that the left want to have abortions all the way up to the day of birth, which I've never heard somebody do that. But like in this case, if she would have given birth to the child at that time, it's a good possibility it'd still be alive today. Yeah, that doesn't settle well with me. You know, if they would have taken these drugs and everything like that a couple of weeks after getting pregnant, I could see that. I mean, that's why they make those drugs. But doing it so late in the pregnancy, that's bothersome. So I don't know. It's such a touchy subject, and it's one that I try to steer clear of. But when I start thinking about it, you know, I try to put myself in a woman's situation, and would I ever do it? I don't know. But I'd like to be able to have that choice to decide on what's going to happen. And I don't know, I just think it's sad when people tell other people what to do with their body. Trust me, I don't like face tattoos. I think they're so dumb. But I'm not going to start a law saying, hey, you can't have a face tattoo. You know, Post Malone, go to prison for this, or anyone else. I have a buddy that has one, and I make fun of him all the time. Love you, Jason. But we can't keep telling other people what to do with their bodies. And that's what it comes down to. And I'm sorry, I'm trying not to preach, but I I really feel strongly about, you know, I would hate it if somebody told me I could or could not do something. You know, it'd be like being told you can't masturbate because each of those sperms could be a baby. So you can't do that because that's a waste of life. And I better shut up because some right-wing nut job will probably try that. So, okay, well, sorry this was such a short one. I just wanted to give an update. I'm working on a couple big ones, and hopefully next week I'll have something really good. So take care, and see you next time. Love y'all. Bye.